Father?
Yes, ma'am.
You own the car, I assume.
It's a lease car I co-signed with Angela.
Okay, but you don't know anything about this, other than what she told you.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right? You weren't there during the course of this incident.
No, I was not.
Why don't you have a seat? Miss Black, the defendant was your boyfriend.
Yes.
And according to you, in June of this year, you were at a party, and you claimed that he damaged your car. That's what you're suing for.
Right.
He acknowledges that at this party, or shortly after the party, he smashed out the windshield on your car, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Your defense to that is that you believe her insurance paid for it.
I believe so. Yep.
And you have a counterclaim,
Yes.
which I will get to in a minute. But let me ask you a couple of questions first. Were you her boyfriend in June of 2000?
Yeah.
You went to this party together?
Yes.
She picked you up in her car?
Yes, ma'am.
And had you been going out steadily until that point?
On and off for about 2 years.
So why don't you tell me what happened at this party in June? Because you claim that there is substantially more damage than the windshield that he did to the car.
We were leaving Winona, and I wanted to leave early. He didn't want to, so we started fighting at the party. Then we were driving in the car, and he was screaming and yelling. While I was driving, he was punching out the windows. He punched it probably about 30 times. The rearview mirror fell off. He was punching the dash. There's a big dent in the airbag on the dash. Punched the glove box. That's broken. And it was about a 45-minute drive. He did it the whole way home, was yelling and screaming. So Justin finally passed out in the car. We got to his house, and I ran in and got his other roommate while he was sleeping in the car. And his roommate came out. Me and him came out together. As we came out, Justin was standing up, urinating in my car, kicking my car doors. And that's when Joey came out and told him to get out of there, and then he just started yelling at me, screaming at me, calling me every other name. And then he said, "See you later." I left. I went home.
But then you went to another party with him.
No.
Yes, we did.
We went later that night. My friend Brianna came over and got me, and we went to the street dance, Rochester street dance. He was there. We didn't go together. Me and Brianna went together.
Had you discussed going to that party with him?
I knew that they were all going, him and his roommates. Everybody in Rochester goes. It's everybody. It's just a yearly
I
thing.
went home with her that night after that.
So you went to this Rochester street dance, and you met up with him. And what happened when you met up with him?
He was a little bit more calmed down. He said he was sorry. He was going to pay for my damages. And he said he wanted to talk. So we left the street dance together, went to my house. We got to my house, and I told him that he was still too drunk. I didn't want to talk to him at that time. I wanted to wait till the next day. He still was yelling and screaming.
You mean you couldn't tell that he was drunk when you met up with him at the dance?
You know, I should have, but no, I couldn't. He was
Yes.
at the
Because she
dance.
was drunk, too.
Shh. I'm going to get to you in a minute. So you exercised a lot of bad judgment.
Right. Yes.
Because if he's drunk as a skunk a couple of hours before, you don't put him in your car again.
Right. I
Did
shouldn't
you
have.
drive a different car or the same car?
The same car.
With a busted out windshield?
Yeah, another mistake.
Were your parents home?
No, I didn't live with my parents. So then after that, when we went back from the street dance at my house, it was probably around midnight, 1 o'clock, he was yelling at me and screaming when we got home, so I locked him out of my bedroom door. He sat outside. That's when he was punching my walls, said that he was going to kill me, and he wanted to talk to me. I wouldn't let him in. I just let him out there still pounding, pounding. He passed out on the floor. The next morning I brought him home, and then again he said he was sorry. He was going to fix the damages. And we left it at that. We were fine at that point.
Let's hear it.
We were at the party. We were both been drinking all day. There was a bikini contest. She was in it. And she went to change. We all, Nelson, 2 of my other roommates, we talked to the girl that won the contest. I gave her a hug. Angie seen that. She got mad. We got in an argument. She was yelling at me, hit me. I got reports. She went to detox before when she hit me. The cops hauled her away. I got that report here, too, if you want to see it.
I do.
Okay. And then, you want that now? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
Is this the only time in April of this year that you'd been taken in for drinking?
Yeah.
The only time?
Yeah.
That's not true, Your Honor. She got pulled over, got a DUI, too, and she didn't have her license the whole time she was driving.
No.
When
I
did
did not.
When did you get pulled over for DUI?
That was way before summer, and I was never charged with it, ever.
You were pulled over
I got
for
the
a
police
DUI?
report right here that says she does not have her license, too.
And that was suspended, and I was not aware of that either.
Mr. Bauer, this was probably not a good idea to co-sign a leased car for your daughter. Sit
Yes,
down.
ma'am.
I have pictures of my car also and estimates and receipts of me paying for the windshield myself.
Okay, let me see it.
These pictures of the car.
It's a new one.
What?
Sorry.
No one-
She don't watch the show much, does she? Come on.
You have a receipt for the windshield?
Yep, right in there. After the second page.
$255?
And then the rear view mirror was 15, which is on the third page. And then there's one for the glove box in there, which is $635 for the glove box and the airbag.
Well, what's wrong with the glove box and airbag?
He punched the airbag and they have to replace the whole dash, and he punched the glove box.
Why do they have to replace the whole dash?
Because the airbag, they said the airbag's $635. He ruptured the airbag by punching in the dash.
I did not do that, Your Honor.
No? How'd you break the windshield?
I punched it
How many times did you punch it?
twice,
Maybe 3 times?
maybe 3.
Maybe when you were punching the windshield, your hand accidentally slipped and you hit the dashboard?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so, but you were pretty drunk.
Yeah.
Good.
Your Honor,
What?
there was blood all over. There was urine from him, the cigarette burns, and the punch dash. and the mirror was punched not 2 or 3 times. Look at the pictures. They were punched about 20 times.
You have some responsibility here. Responsibility is you don't take somebody who is drunk in your car.
I learned my lesson.
Well, the two of you drink, and you were probably drinking yourself. You shouldn't have been driving a car in the first place, not with him or without him. Now let's get to your counterclaim, Mr. Dino. You say that in 1999 she stole $4,000 worth of checks of yours.
Checks and furniture and among other things, yes.
You were living together at the time.
Yeah, well, she moved out. She called me one day, it was a Thursday, and she wanted to come get the rest of her things out of the house. I said, that's fine. I said, come get it Saturday, I have to work tomorrow. So she knew that I was going to be at work, so she came there with a bunch of her friends from Winona and took a U-Haul and pretty much cleaned the place out. She took a $1,500 leather couch that we were paying
Okay,
for.
all right. Well, this is all in 1999. You did nothing about this in 1999, and you
Yeah.
continued to
Yeah.
be her boyfriend.
I got
Listen to me.
reports right here.
Listen to me. You did nothing about this in 1999.
No, because I did not know that until I went to the bank. I did not know that she was writing all these checks out.
Well, when did you go to the bank, sir?
Went to the bank and I filed an affidavit in like the 1st of January.
Just a minute. Are you saying to me that she forged your name to checks?
Yes,
Let me
ma'am.
see.
Right here, and here's
Let me see.
my checks, and these are copies of all the ones that she wrote.
When did you move out of the residence that you were sharing?
December 23rd.
All of these checks were written before December the 23rd.
Yeah, I know, but she moved out November 15th.
These are all before she moved out, sir.
No, they were not, Your Honor.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a discrepancy between your statement and her statement, but there is some credibility that I must lend to her statement because you knew about these checks, according to you, in January of 2000.
Yeah.
And yet you chose to continue, despite the fact that, according to you, she stole $4,000 from you to be her boyfriend in June of 2000.
I know.
So what are you bothering me with this for now?
Because she's trying to claim that I did things to her car that I never did.
Oh, but you did. You broke her windshield.
Yeah, I know that.
And in all probability, while you were breaking her windshield, you pounded her airbag. And you don't remember that because you were drunk. What?
He also did more damage, Your Honor, than just the airbag, in that the police report and the estimates and the pictures show the cigarette burns and the blood and the urine in the car. He did that too.
And what about your daughter's responsibility, sir?
She wasn't urinating in the car. She wasn't
She
punching the
took a
window.
drunk in her car. Not once, but twice the same night.
The car was
I'm not for
stopped
that,
when he
Your Honor,
urinated
but it
in
was
there.
her boyfriend. I mean, I'm not for that. I don't like that either.
You
But
know,
it was her boyfriend.
You got to get real, sir. You got to get real. She took
was
a
I
drunk.
supposed to do? I know. What was
Listen
I
to me.
supposed to do?
Not you. I'm not saying you're supposed to do anything.
Okay.
You're supposed to take the car back from her. Listen, you ask, stand up here. What are you supposed to do? You take the car back from your daughter. That's what you do. When she's arrested in April and taken into custody for being intoxicated, so drunk that she couldn't see, by the police, because I have the police report, you say to her, sorry, darling, at your age, I'm not going to lease a car and be co-signer on that car until I'm satisfied that you are put your hand down, responsible enough to drive it. Clearly, you didn't do that. And clearly, what she did was she exercised bad judgment again, because the first party she went to, she was drinking. She put in somebody who was probably drinking more into the car. And not only that, but after he had done all of this damage to a car that your name is on, she took him home again. And you say to me, what was she supposed to do? It was her boyfriend? Get real, sir. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $895. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Oh, your counterclaim's dismissed. It's nonsense.
400 on the calendar in the matter of Montano versus Martinez. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Miss Montano, you and the defendant were in a sort of an on-again, off-again relationship. According to your complaint, the defendant ran into some financial difficulty surrounding his mortgage payment on a house that he had purchased. He asked you for a loan. You gave him a loan. Shortly thereafter, your relationship terminated. You want him to pay you back for that specific loan and for some other credit card charges that he made. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defendant acknowledges that you took out a loan from which he made a mortgage payment and paid some other bills, was far less than you're suing him for. Says that he repaid you some of the money, $500, and he has a counterclaim for property that he said that you are withholding from him that is worth several $1,000s. Is that what this is about?
Yes.
Okay. Were you living together in his house at the time that you took out this loan?
No, Your Honor, we were at my house in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
But you had purchased a house.
Yes. I was working in Albuquerque, so it was very convenient for me to be with her at her house for the community.
But you had purchased a house when?
December of '99.
How much money did you advance him for the mortgage payments?
The loan, Your Honor, was for $4,456, which he...
$4,456. Now
Yeah.
listen to me carefully. Did you give him all of that money, or did you use some of that money to pay some of your own bills?
I used $300 of it to pay like the electric bill and the water bill. $300 of it was mine. The rest of it was Saul's.
Did you give it to him in a check?
It was cash. I have documentation of as the whole pack. This is the loan, 650. That's with interest and everything. And the only reason I agreed to borrow that loan, Your Honor, is because he promised and he swore that he would pay every single payment. I borrowed it on August the 8th of 2000, and September the 9th of 2000, he was gone, packed up and left my trailer home exactly 30 days to the date.
How many house payments was he behind?
A couple.
No, it was only one, Your Honor. It wasn't behind. I was going to be late because of the fact that my pay period landed past the due date.
Well, bill collectors were already calling my home, Your Honor, so... And the reason it's for $4,000 is because, well, my loan, this is my friend, she's a loan officer that loaned the money to me at Beneficial Financial.
Yes.
And that's with interest and everything, and he knew that interest was going to be piled up on top of that loan, and it didn't matter to him. He said, whatever it takes, I will pay it back.
Who's the loan officer at the bank? Step up, please. Tell me your name.
Lisa Polk.
And you are a friend of the plaintiffs?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the two of them come in together for this
No,
loan?
ma'am. The transaction was initiated by Militia calling me and telling me that her boyfriend had seen her mail and that we had sent out a flyer to her approving her for a loan, and she wanted to go ahead and carry through with that loan because he needed help. On that document that you're looking at, you can see that we have Saul Martinez underneath her name, and then I also highlighted the area where it says roommate and boyfriend. We tried to run the loan on his credit. It didn't go through, so we just used his income to bump up her annual income so that she could apply for more money for him.
Your Honor, he also used some of that money to purchase school clothes for his son.
I paid, those are the $500 she cannot remember that I
He did not pay me back no $500, Your Honor. As
Yes,
a matter
I
of
did.
fact, it says there's a letter that he wrote, that I wrote to him, trying to see if we could work things out in an honorable way so that I could get on with my life, because he has been, the whole year and a half that we were together, he was unfaithful.
I don't care about his being unfaithful. That's your problem.
Well, it says on
I also
over here
have a
where it
copy
says,
of the letter that she
Yeah, I
wrote
have
me
it.
also.
I have the same
stating
letter. I have
Can
the
I
same
see it,
letter.
please?
of the amount of money she's asking for.
Can I see it, please? I don't want to see it.
And it is nowhere totals up to $4,000.
Your Honor.
Just a minute. You wrote him this letter. And you say in this letter, I borrowed $2,000 plus $1,700 was for the house payment and school clothes. The rest I used for my bills. Now, a reading of that statement, Ms. Montano, is that he borrowed $1,700 and the rest, the $2,000, you used for your own bills.
No, ma'am, I did not use
Well, I want you to read it, look at it very carefully.
I did not use $2,000 for my own bills.
And
That's
so-
what happens when you don't have a note, madam.
Yeah.
The thousand,
That's what happens when you don't have a note, when you don't have some agreement in writing.
Your Honor, I was the loan officer, and I can vouch that she did come in and ask for this money for her boyfriend.
I
That's
did.
why her
That's-
boyfriend was on it.
Just
We
a
also-
second. Was he there?
No, he sent me.
Shh. No, just a
I
second.
was working.
He wasn't there.
No, ma'am.
He wasn't there. So she may have said she needed it, and she got more money because of his salary. That was your problem, because you're the loan officer. I wouldn't take that information when somebody else wasn't there.
Also, my mortgage payment, Your Honor, is $1,096. It's not $1,700. The money that I gave her back for the school clothes was out of a check. The $1,700.
Show me.
No, I don't have no receipts for the clothes, Your Honor. I don't have any receipts for the clothes. I don't.
Not for the clothes. Show me where you gave her $500.
Oh, I don't. I don't have any proof of that. We were still in very good terms at the time, and it really didn't seem like anything had to be put on paper because.
That's a problem, folks.
Yes, I understand.
And, Your Honor, we also have police reports where not only is this a case about the loan, but the credit card that she was offered when she got the loan, she also took out, and he took that credit card and charged up that credit
$500
card.
No,
of it.
I did not charge anything on that credit card.
Just a second.
We also
Just a second. Do you have the bills?
yes,
those credit card bills?
Yes, I have documentation,
Let
and we
me
also
just,
have a.
Shh, just a second. Show me what was purchased on the credit card.
Cowboy boots for Saul.
She
Levi's for Saul.
She purchased those for me before we
Because
went to a
he-
biker run in Ignacio, Colorado,
Let me just see
on
it,
her own
please.
free will. That was not charged on mine because I don't have a credit card. She had a
No,
credit
it was on my name because the loan officer
didn't
lent
know.
me,
But she
lent
bought
me
them
the
herself.
money
Miss Montana?
She bought them herself out of her own free will.
for him. I don't
Could
think
you
my
be quiet?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to hear anybody till I look at the documents.
Yes, ma'am.
I believe the credit card bill is also on the back of the documentation that you have.
Albertsons, which is a food store.
Right, because I had to buy groceries on a credit card
Oh.
because of it.
Please,
You
listen
know?
to me. You know, no. Shell, I assume that that's for gas for a
For him?
car.
No.
Yes, it was. So we put it
you
on the
don't get
credit
paid
card.
for that, madam. You don't get paid for that.
He charged it.
He charged it.
Now you can sit down.
I'm sorry.
I never physically touched that credit card. Every time she used it, it was willingly with her permission.
Just a second.
ma'am.
Mr. Martinez,
Yes,
I'm not
ma'am.
saying you're a doll, believe me. And I'm saying that in all probability, you probably took advantage of her a little bit financially.
No, ma'am.
Don't disagree with me. It's a very stupid thing to do.
Okay, I agree.
Militia Montano says ex-boyfriend Saul Martinez asked her to take out a loan so he could pay back his mortgage. She claims he's never paid back the money.
So you took advantage of her financially. Sometimes that happens in a relationship. You don't get paid for being foolish. You don't get paid for food. No court, Miss Montano, is going to go through your bills from a time when you were living together and saying $11.63 for gas, $126 at Albertson Food Store, $6.12 for oil and gas in the car. There is no court that's going to do that. Understand me. That's not going to happen. I've said it 1,000 times. It's too bad you haven't heard it. If you loan somebody money, you get it in writing. This is a loan. This is what you owe me. Sign it. Now, the problem is the only writing that I have with regard to this loan that you made for him is a loan for $1,700. I borrowed $2,000 plus $1,700 was for the house payment and school clothes. Those are your words. So I have to make a judgment based upon the evidence that I get. So I find that he actually owes you that $1,700 that was September of 2000. Now, how much have you paid towards that, sir?
Your Honor, I had made agreements to pay her. When she wrote me that letter, I didn't respond to it right away.
Why not?
Because I was working.
What do you mean? What difference does that make?
I responded to her house when I went over there to get my stuff, because if you continue to read the letter, she says she wants to give me back my stuff. When I went to get it, she said, F you, leave. Okay, so I left. And what I understand now, she works with my brother, is that she sold my stuff. Because
What
she wrote,
stuff?
which is a bicycle, a lot of other stuff. The main thing is my bicycle.
Okay. What kind of bicycle was it?
It's a KHS, it's a mountain bike.
Do you have his mountain bike?
I sold his mountain bike, Your Honor, and I have a bill of sale, an estimate, and photographs of it. I sold it actually for the September payment of beneficial for $220. I was broke. I didn't know what else to do.
Show me a bill of sale.
There you go.
I also have receipts of my bike when I bought it.
Let me see. Let me see.
The value of it, I went back
Let
to
me
the store
just-
when I bought it. There's also a receipt in there for a rug that she kept of mine also.
Just a second. How much of this loan did you in fact pay her back? Nothing, is that right?
No, she
Zero.
refused to give me
Okay.
my
Zero.
stuff back.
Okay.
I had made arrangements to pay her, Your Honor.
What
and
was
she
the
didn't.
date of the loan that you took out? When did you take out
August
the
the
loan?
8th of 2000. 30 days to the date, Saul was gone.
Okay.
With toilet paper, actually, Your Honor, from my home. Toilet paper, toothpaste, everything.
Listen to me.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Okay.
That's your problem.
I know.
You not only took them back once, you took them back several times,
Yes, I
according
did.
to you. So, I need some calculations from you. What would be the interest on $1,700 for 4 months?
Oh my God, I don't have a.
Approximately. You want a calculator?
I need a business calculator.
I also had to take in a roommate so that he could help me. I know that's my problem again, but...
It is your problem. How much is it?
Approximately about $2,300
For 4 months?
for 4 months.
$2,300 less $220, which she got for the bike, is $2,080.
It was not worth $200. She must have been very
I have
desperate
no
to sell
idea
it.
what it was worth. That's what she
course
sold
I
it
was.
for. She sold it when you didn't give her money for the payment that you were supposed to give her.
When I went to get my stuff back, like she requested for me, that she said she wanted to give my... Everything was good till then.
Did you sell the bike before or after he came over that day?
way before.
So the bike you didn't have?
I didn't have the bike.
Okay. Did you tell him you didn't have the bike?
No.
Exactly,
No, no, no.
yes, I did.
No, you did
When
not.
did... Hey,
Yes, ma'am. I understand.
what do you understand?
Be quiet.
Now, what other property, sir, does she have that's yours, that you want
I
back?
don't-
Because that's your counterclaim.
Oh, on my counterclaim, it's just my rug, which you have a receipt up there.
You have his rug?
You have pictures of it. Yes, I do.
You have his rug?
Yes, I don't want
Okay,
it.
that you're going to return. to
Yes,
him.
I will.
And
Gladly.
other little stuff like the
I'm
little
not
TVs.
interested in other little stuff.
Okay,
I'm interested in big stuff. I have
That's
no
it.
time for little stuff.
that's it.
Good. Okay. This is what you owe her, sir, so that she's not going to have to wait for your payment every month. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,080. That's all.
Parties are excused.
Get your rug back within 5 days. That takes care of your counterclaim.
Me the most is her ability and how convenient it is for her to forget all the times I paid for her divorce, when I paid for her trailer and her trailer space and all utilities when I first met her prior to me buying her house. That was all conveniently forgotten.
Saul Martinez is just, he's an idiot, cleverly disguised as a man. And I was victimized, I was in love, and I was victimized.
And now the next case.
All parties on Howard versus Johnson. Step forward, please.
32-year-old grocery stocker Joseph Howard is suing ex-girlfriend, 27-year-old homemaker Elisha Johnson for the return of 10 years of child support payments. Joseph says DNA test proved he's not the father of her son.
Mr. Howard, did you know that for many, many years I was a sitting judge in the family court in New York?
No, ma'am.
Well, I was. And in the family court in New York, one of the kinds of cases we heard were paternity cases. You
Yes,
know what
ma'am.
paternity cases are, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you also know that during that time, Officer Byrd was my court officer, along with the court officer of several other judges, but my favorite. And he listened very carefully to what was going on.
Okay.
He was really interested. So I'm going to tell you,
Okay.
and at the same time, Officer Byrd is going to listen
Okay.
to the facts of this case.
Okay.
And you may get your answer from me, or you may get your answer from Officer Byrd.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
He's a pretty smart guy.
Okay.
Been around the block.
All right.
In 1989, you and the defendant had a brief relationship.
Yes, ma'am.
And according to your complaint, sometime in 1989, the defendant told you that she was pregnant with your child.
Yes, ma'am.
And your complaint is that from 1989 to 2000,
Yes, ma'am.
you labored under the impression that you were the father of this child.
Yes, ma'am.
And while you never went to court
Yes,
to be
ma'am.
legally declared the father, never went to court to establish your paternity,
Mm-hmm.
pay a regular support order for the child,
Mm-hmm.
you did, in fact, during that time, buy occasional clothes and diapers and other things for the child.
Yes.
You have married now.
Yes.
You want to have this matter finally resolved, so she files for support?
No, the state filed.
State filed on your behalf for support for the child. You went and took the DNA test,
Mm-hmm.
and the DNA test came back that you were not the child's biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are suing her for $5,000
Yes, ma'am.
for the assorted clothes and stuff that you may have bought during the 11 years and for a lot of mental anguish.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it.
What do you think?
I don't think he's got a real chance here.
When the defendant told you in 1989 that she was pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
why didn't you go to court?
I just didn't go. I just feel like, hey, I just take care of my responsibility. I didn't have no reason to go to court.
Well, your answer says, sir, that you doubted at that time
Mm-hmm.
that you were the father of this child.
Yes. Because it was just like a one-time deal, and she come tell me, okay, you pregnant. I mean, I'm pregnant.
So then, Mr. Howard, if you had some doubts as to what your responsibilities were,
Mm-hmm.
then you go to court.
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Go to court, you file a paternity proceeding. You say, I want to be declared the father of this child. I want to take blood tests. If I'm the father of this child, I want to pay support. I want a regular schedule of visitation, which you complain about that you didn't have here, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But you didn't do that.
No.
So what do you want me to do?
I mean, it's just, I mean, for 10 years, this, you know, she just told me, you know, just led me on for 10 years,
Mr. Howard,
you know.
Mr. Howard,
I mean,
it's not as if you didn't have sex with the defendant.
No, I'm not denying that.
So it is possible that you were the father, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
So.
But she told me unequivocally, without a doubt, I was the only one. So
Well,
therefore,
Mr. Howard, she told you unequivocally you were the only one. You didn't live together. It was a one-time deal, according to you. So then you'd be smart.
Okay.
But then you don't come to a court and say, now you have to fix up the last 11 years because I've been through all this mental anguish when you could have taken care of it 11 years ago.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Case is dismissed.
Number 412 on the calendar in the matter of Gilbert versus von Lossberg. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Mr. Gilbert, you were a tenant of the defendants for approximately a year and a half. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Did you have a lease?
I believe it was a month-to-month lease, yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
You did not have a long-term lease. You were there month to month.
That's correct.
Your claim is that the defendant evicted you,
That's correct.
and in addition to evicting you, she destroyed some of your property, and she kept some of your security deposit. You also want her to pay for storage of your stuff, moving costs. So let's start with this. You did not have a lease.
That's correct.
You claim she evicted you.
Yes, ma'am.
She says that you voluntarily left. Let's get to that.
Item A that I have in evidence is a 30-day notice to quit that was taped to my door the day August 2nd, which is the day that most of this occurred.
You want to tell me briefly what happened that day?
I enjoy very much working in my yard. On this morning, I had finished the night before just coming home after 3 months of work. I'm home for only 7 or 8 days, and I'm gone another 3 months. Did the gardening, and a stranger walked into the front yard. I picked up my hose that was watering some plants, and I asked him what he was doing. I went outside. I was inside when I asked him this. I went outside and asked him what he was doing, and was told to my face that he was my new gardener and that he was Mrs. Vaughn's nephew. And I explained that I'd done most of the yard work and that all he really needed to do today was cut the yard. He turned around and ran next door, immediately followed by Mrs. Vaughn and a good number of her other family members. And I explained that these plants were mine and I could do with as I wish. She immediately turned around and took one of the plants and stripped it right down to its bare stalks. That picture I have here, this is a former palm tree that Mrs. Vaughn at the time took and stripped of its branches. At that point, I was so angry, Your Honor, the only thing that I could think to do was to go inside the house and call the police, and that's what I did.
Was that the first time you had had disputes with the defendant?
No, actually, Your Honor, I ordered Media One to install the cable service and a phone service and combine them with a DSL line into my house here. And immediately the next day, Mrs. Vaughn informed me that she did not like Media One as a company and did not approve of them coming to install this on her house without my obtaining her permission.
Mr. Gilbert, let me stop you for a moment, please, sir. You know what it is to be a month-to-month tenant. Month-to-month tenant means that she can give you this 30-day notice to leave, and she doesn't have to give you any reason.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So you are not entitled to moving costs, storage costs of your stuff, any other damages. You're not entitled to that. Is her house immediately next door to yours?
It was, yes.
Well, where you used to live. It
Yes.
still is. It didn't
Yes.
float away in the
Yes.
rains. It's still there. All right. She doesn't want somebody living next to her who calls the police on her because she destroys a tree. Right? Once, by the way, you put this tree in the ground, this tree does not become yours.
If I pay rent on a property that I maintain until I leave that property, is the property not mine, Your Honor?
No, the property is not yours, sir. The property always is hers. And while it's not nice to do this to a tree, I could understand why this lady didn't want you living next door after the police were called even once, even though you may have felt that you had cause because she stripped the branches of this tree. So she's entitled to evict you. So you're not entitled to those damages. However, you also have a claim, sir, for withholding your security deposit. How much security deposit did she withhold?
She withheld $779.80, Your Honor.
Is that correct, Ms. Vaughn? You admit that you withheld some security deposit. Is that right?
I have a hearing problem.
Well, I can't shout any louder.
I'm sorry.
I
heard you say something about a...
Did you withhold security deposit?
He had an $1,100 security deposit. When he moved out, I spent a portion of that to clean the apartment because when he left another person in that house that was sleeping in the living room. When I entered the place after he left, the sink was littered with beer cans, whiskey bottles, and whatever. And I spent money for cleaning that.
Show me pictures.
I didn't take a picture, I'm sorry.
You got a problem.
But I refunded him $300 and some out of the security deposit.
You have to show me, Miss Vaughn, do you hear me carefully? You have to show me exactly what you spent.
I think I do have the receipts here, Your Honor.
Let me see. You can show him.
He'll have to assist me.
Your Honor, I can maybe save you some time. I have a copy of both the receipt
Let me
and
see.
the deposit refund form she sent me.
I have to excuse you, but you're 80 years old.
Your Honor, I claim that receipt to be a company that doesn't exist.
Oh, right there.
That the handwriting on it matches the form.
Just a second, just a second, just a second.
Okay.
Plus the damages on the outside of the house.
What's the name of the company that repaired the doorbell, painted and cleaned, and put in new locks?
I don't know what the name of the company is.
Now, what's the name of the company?
It doesn't have a heading on it. Don't have it on there. Otherwise, my...
Miss Vaughn?
Yes.
Either I don't believe that you did all this stuff, or I believe that somebody else did it for you, like a family member. You are not entitled to put in new locks. You're entitled to clean if you show me that the place was filthy. That was $70. You have two different bills here for painting, one for $350 and one for $380. But nowhere does it tell me who did the painting.
Yes, Your Honor, I
Yeah,
understand that.
there's no proof.
That's right.
And you have no pictures to show me of what this place looked like.
No, I didn't think of
Who are
taking-
you?
I'm her witness, her daughter.
Come on. Do you live with your mother?
No. I live on one side of my mother, and he lived on the other side of
Yes.
my mother. And my daughter lived 2 doors down.
I don't care
from-
where everybody lived.
All
Did
right.
you go into the house on the day he left?
Yes.
Did you take pictures of the house on the day he left?
My daughter did. I didn't.
Fine. Where are the pictures?
She has since moved to Pomona, and
That's not my problem. You don't have the pictures.
Before he moved, she told me that she
I don't
has-
care what. Listen to
All
me.
right.
Listen to me.
All right. I was
You
told...
can't tell me what anybody else told
Okay.
you. You can tell
When
me.
we went in-
Pay careful attention. Listen, I want you to start receiving. Did you see anything else? Look at me. Did you see?
Yes.
What else did you see?
He had put up some shelves in the utility porch in the back.
Yes.
That weren't there before he rented.
Yes.
And instead of washing the walls or to make things right, he either spot painted or spot cleaned, because when you look down the angle of the wall, you could see splotches where he had either spot painted or spot cleaned.
Sounds to me as if he was a very good tenant.
And
listen to me. You want to bring paid bills from somebody that's reputable, that puts their name on a receipt. You can do that. This is nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Can I say something?
Sure.
When I was served with a subpoena to appear in court, I did not, he said he was suing me for $3,000 with absolutely no reason of what his intentions were of collecting this money. I could have gotten the company, the man that did the work, to come in today had I known how to defend myself. But I had absolutely no idea of what this man is suing me for.
Okay. He was suing you for $3,000. Initially, he's not going to get $3,000, and I told him that. But he is going to get his security deposit back.
No, he got it all back.
No, he didn't, and he's going to get it back because there is no basis for you to withhold the vast majority of his security deposit.
Can I show these to the court as part of the damages?
Let me see. I asked you if you had pictures. You said no. What are you showing me?
That's what he ordered Media One without my permission, and he drilled holes in the floor, the side of the wall, and the building as it stands today needs to be painted and repaired.
Oh, goodness gracious me, madam. Looks to me as if he maintained your house in
And I have the name of-
Quiet and listen. It looks to me as if he maintained your home in pristine condition. Anybody that maintains the outside of this house the way he did not maintain the inside like a pig pen. What?
Your Honor, he was running a business outside of a residential home, and that's why I called Media One, and I asked him why he had run all the wires into the house, drilled through the floor, drilled through the walls, as the pictures will indicate.
Show me where you paid to have the holes refilled.
They haven't.
No,
Good.
I'm going to have a lawsuit. I intend to sue him for that. This will follow up.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $779, which is the amount of the security that was withheld from you, sir. She had no right to withhold your money. You are getting your security deposit back. Goodbye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He had his way. He was a good tenant, but don't cross him because then immediately he thought that I was his enemy.
Never live next door to your landlady, ever.
And now the next case.
All parties on Oswego versus Bell. Step forward, please.
38-year-old registered nurse Yvette Oswebu is suing 38-year-old receptionist Lisa Bell for burning her scalp during the process of relaxing her hair.
Miss Oswebu?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, about a year ago, the defendant did a hair procedure on you, and according to you, burned your scalp and your hair fell out.
Yes, ma'am.
And according to what I read in your complaint, this procedure was done in the defendant's kitchen.
In her mother's kitchen.
Why?
That was the place that she advised me to come to have my hair done.
What were you doing to your hair?
she was relaxing, putting a relaxer in my hair.
Your Honor, that was not... How did you find her?
I met the defendant through her sister. Miss P told me that her sister was a licensed beautician and that she had graduated from beauty school and was looking to build her clientele up.
So you went to her mother's house and she started to put this product on your head?
Yes, ma'am.
And what happened when she put the product on your head?
It began to burn.
No, you're...
And when she got ready to wash the chemical out, she took me into the kitchen because I told her that it was burning rather badly. But the sink was full of dishes, and so she had to clean the sink out, and she had to get the faucet to work. And she made the comment to her mother, "That's why I don't like to do hair over here, because your faucet is messed up." So my scalp felt like it was on fire. I mean, I was literally standing on one leg saying, "Please hurry."
Do you think it was very smart to go to somebody's house to have your hair relaxed?
Ma'am, in the African American community, sometimes people have shops set up in their home.
Yes, but then it looks like a beauty shop. It doesn't look like a kitchen with dishes in the sink.
Well, she had the chemical on my hair by that time when I realized that she was going to have to go into the kitchen.
Okay, what happened to your hair after this process was done?
I have pictures for ma'am.
Can I see it, please?
There's a before and after.
Now, this happened a year ago. What took you so long?
I tried contacting Miss Bell on several occasions, and she agreed. She said, "Well, my instructor told me she don't see how you sit in the chair if I was burning you that bad." I said, "Well, if you recall correctly, I told you you were burning me and asked you to wash it out."
So what did you want her to do?
I wanted her to assist in paying for treatment for my hair.
Did you have treatments?
Yes, ma'am.
How much were the treatments?
I had several treatments. This gentleman, my hairstylist here, did my hair.
Afterwards?
Right.
Step up, please. Tell me your name.
Henry Jerome Clay.
Can you describe what you saw when you saw her?
When Miss Oswego came to me, she made an appointment to get a relaxer. But after consulting with her and examining her scalp and everything, I told her there was no way I could do a relaxer.
She wanted another relaxer?
Well, new growth had started growing out, and black women, they mostly want their hair to look good, you know, and she wanted to try and get the situation better. But my suggestion to her was get some treatments first. Start taking care of her scalp, get her scalp back healthy, and then cut all her hair off and start all over again.
So what kind of treatments did you provide for her?
I gave her a deep penetrating conditioner for her scalp and her hair as well. The hair that she previously had on there during the relaxer procedure, it was breaking off because it had burned all the way through the cortex of her hair.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, Miss Bell, I have a couple of questions for you. You ready?
Yes.
At the time that you took care of the plaintiff, were you a licensed beautician?
No, I was not.
So why do you think that you were allowed to work on strangers?
Well, I didn't think that I had right to, but she knew that I was not licensed. She knew that I had just graduated from beautician school.
You were told that she had graduated from beautician school, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
But you had not yet passed the licensing exam.
Correct.
Well, a lay person, that means a person who's not in the business, wouldn't know that you had to pass a licensing exam before you could work on somebody. She was told that you had graduate of beautician school and therefore assumed that you could work on her. Now, you're not allowed to work on her, right?
Right.
You must be her sister?
Yes.
I know that you want to tell me something, so I'm going to let you tell me what you want to tell me. Step up here. What? You're Miss P.
Yes, I am. When I met Yvette in graduate school, I had specifically told her that my sister had just graduated from school. She had not passed her, she had not even taken her licensure exam.
You told her that?
Yes, I did.
Did she tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Oh, I don't think so. Sit down. No. You don't say that to somebody. Try my sister. She's graduated from school, but she hasn't even taken her test yet. She's not licensed yet.
Yvette has specifically told me that her niece used to do her hair.
You want to let your sister-in-law, your sister, your mother give you a home perm, that's one thing. I once gave a home perm to my best friend. It's amazing that we're still best friends 50 years later. She could have used a relaxer. But we were only 12, you see, at the time. But you don't work on strangers. Did you ever get your license?
No, I didn't go back to get my license.
Why not?
I took my test, but I did not. I passed my practical, but I
you failed the other part.
Right.
So you failed the test.
The written exam.
You failed the test.
Yes.
You were never licensed.
Yes.
Well, that's why you don't work on somebody. Miss Bell, what kind of work are you doing now, madam?
No, I'm a receptionist.
Good. Good. You had no right to work on her. You placed her at risk, and you are responsible for all of the damage that you caused. The plaintiff is suing for $3,000. Is that right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of the request, $3,000. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may versus Davis Fletcher.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Gentlemen, have seats, please.
You're Anthony.
Yeah.
You're his mother.
Yes.
You don't know anything about this other than what your son tells you. Is that right?
That's absolutely correct.
So why don't you have a seat? Miss Bishop.
Yes, ma'am.
Where were you working on the 1st of August?
I was working at Edge Graphics.
So you drive to work in the morning and you park your car.
Actually, Your Honor, I worked second shift, so I worked 2 to midnight. When I came out at midnight, my car was gone.
You called the police?
Yes, ma'am.
You reported the car stolen?
Yes, ma'am.
2 days later, you got a call, and your car had been in an accident?
Yes, ma'am.
The car at the time of the accident was being driven by you.
Yes.
You want him to pay for the damage to your car?
Yes, ma'am.
Not really the damage to your car, because the car was sufficiently damaged for your insurance company to total it.
Yes, ma'am.
Which left you a balance due on the car note.
Yes, ma'am.
And in addition, you had to go out and put down a down payment on another car.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are suing the defendant for all of your economic losses as a result of him being in an accident while driving your car without your permission.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. That's what this case is about. Now, Anthony, you recognize that her car was stolen.
Yes.
And according to your answer, you did not steal the car.
Yes. I did not steal the car.
And that you were involved in an accident. It was just that, an accident, so you shouldn't be responsible. Right?
Right.
So, tell me, on what date did you get into this accident?
I don't really know the date. I know it was in August, though.
It was August 3rd.
Okay. So, August 3rd, you were driving her car.
Right.
How did it come about that you were driving her car on August 3rd?
I was telling the guys that I could drive the car.
Just a second. You're jumping ahead of yourself, sir. Let's take it step by step.
Before August 3rd,
yes,
some guys that came to my house, one of my friends told me he had a car. It was his uncle's. So we was riding around in the car.
Before August 3rd?
Right.
Were you riding the car on August 1st?
Right. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Okay. And at that time, you say somebody came to your house and told you that they had a car?
Right.
Who came to your house?
Everett.
And he came into your house?
No, he called my house with his friend Taylor and said his uncle had given him his car.
Everett did?
Right.
Did they come to the house to pick you up?
Yeah, yes.
Just the two of them?
Right.
Did you drive the car on August 1st?
No.
What time did they come to pick you up on August 1st?
About 12 o'clock.
In the afternoon?
Yes.
So you drove the car around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. For how long?
Till about 10 o'clock.
That night?
Yep.
And what happened on August 2nd?
On August 2nd. No, wait, it was August 2nd that they had picked me up because they had a day with the car by themselves. They had picked me up the day after. So it was August 2nd when all this happened.
Okay. So August 2nd, they dropped you off at 10 o'clock at night in your house.
Yes.
And you had not driven the car at all that day.
Right.
And they were driving around.
Right.
What were they doing?
They were driving around, it was like a joyride thing, and Everett, he was just picking people up and showing the car off, trying to drive people around to get some gas money so we keep on driving.
Okay. And what about August 3rd? Tell me what happened August 3rd.
On August 3rd, they had picked me up again because we were supposed to do it all again.
Picked you up at what time?
At 12.
In the afternoon?
Right.
Okay. And where were you sitting when they picked you up at 12?
In the back.
But there did come a time when you got into the front.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
When I got in the front, they had just got back from the store. So I said, I know how to drive, let me drive. And so he said, all right, and I got in the car.
They had just gotten back from the store. Just listen to me very carefully, Anthony. They had just gotten back from the store. Does that mean you were at your house when they just came back from the store? Or where were they?
We had all stopped over at Taylor's house to pick up everybody else, because everybody usually lives. They were living like close to Taylor's house.
How'd you start the car?
I turned on the, after I used the key.
Really?
Yes.
Did you leave your keys in the car?
No, ma'am. They found my hide key.
Where did you leave a hide key?
Underneath the car and between like the muffler and the gas tank.
I used to have one of those.
Found out it was a bad mistake.
Now, you said I can drive this car, right?
Right.
You have a driver's license?
No.
You have a learner's permit?
No.
So you know you're not allowed to drive a car, right?
Right. But everybody else was driving the car.
So what?
So I figured I knew how to drive too.
I'm going to say this one more time. You knew you weren't allowed by law to drive a car, right?
Right.
And you weren't allowed to drive a car because you didn't have a license.
Right.
And you don't have a license because why?
I hadn't applied for one yet.
Right. Now, how long were you driving this car before you got into an accident?
Only about a minute. I went down to the bottom of the street. That's all I was going to do. Go down to the bottom of the street and turn around just to show him I knew how to drive. While that happened, a fight had broken out, and I backed up. And while I was backing up, the guy that I hit got pushed into the car. I didn't hit him, he got pushed. And then that's how the damage got done. But it wasn't for that. The only damage I did is the back of the window got broken out. But I didn't even do it because dude got pushed.
So what you're telling me is that you only caused some of the damage to the car?
No, I didn't cause any. I was just backing the car up and he got pushed into the car. I didn't do it.
There was a lot of damage on this car, Anthony.
That damage, shh.
Answer my question. There was a lot of damage on this car, correct?
Just the back window was busted out. That's all I knew about.
Let me see the car.
Your Honor, these pictures are showing what the condition of the car before they stole it, and it also shows the condition after.
This is a very old car.
It's a 92 LeBaron.
Somebody smoking in this car?
When?
When you were in the car, either as a passenger or a driver.
Nobody was smoking in the car when I was driving.
I didn't ask you when you were driving. I said when you were a passenger or a driver.
Yes.
Were they putting their cigarettes out on the car seats?
No.
They weren't?
No.
What were they doing with their cigarettes?
They just threw them out the window. I don't smoke, so I don't really remember any cigarettes.
You wanted to say something, sir. You have anything to add to this so far?
Yes, the part of Mr. Davis here saying that he was backing up the street and he didn't do none of the damage. That's just a lie. And the damage was done when he ran over Mr. Kaiser here.
Is this the person he
This
ran
is the
over?
person that was hit by the car.
Step up, sir. You weren't there, is that right?
No, I was just in the court.
But you were there at this accident.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kaiser,
Yes, ma'am.
tell me what happened, Mr. Kaiser.
My sister had came out Taylor's house and she was screaming that him and his brother were getting into a fight. I walked into the house and they were in there arguing and whatnot, just going
Who
back
was
and
arguing?
forth. Taylor and his brother.
Okay.
And
Where was he?
They were going to pick him up.
Okay, go ahead.
And when we was in the house, me and my sister were just standing there laughing and whatnot, and the brother had told Taylor, he said, I hope somebody kick your butt one day. And, you know, I was just playing. I said, I'll do it. And he told me, he said, you want to go outside?
Could you just tell me what happened with the car? I'm really not interested in all this, please.
well,
It's really not important.
okay.
Just tell me what happened with the car.
All right. Well, we were smoking weed in the car. Everybody that was in the car. We all were smoking weed, drinking, and whatnot. And everyone was hopping railroad tracks. Just hopping. He had to be doing like 80. And
Was he in the car at the time?
yes, he was. And how the window shield got broken out when me and the dude Taylor were fighting. We wasn't fist fighting because we hadn't thrown no fists yet. He was coming down the street because he was like 200 feet up the street and he was gunning it because the tires were screeching. As he came down, he stopped in the back of us and he put it in reverse. When he put it in reverse, he gunned it back. And as he was gunning it back, I had looked at the car and I looked at Taylor. And when I looked at him, he was pushing me into the car.
Where did you get pushed into the car? Back windshield?
Yes, ma'am.
What about the roof?
That's when I flipped over the car.
So you were pushed in the back windshield and you flipped over.
Yes, ma'am.
And that caused the damage to the top of the car.
That caused the damage to the top, the window, and the backlight.
Your Honor.
Just a minute. Did you ever steal a car?
No, ma'am.
You ever been arrested for stealing a car?
No, we went to court about it, and they found me innocent of possession of the car.
They did?
Yes.
Well, tell me what happened in court.
Well, in court, they had just found me.
No, don't tell me they found you innocent. You were arrested. Is that right?
Right.
You have the police report?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see it, please?
I have 4.
Can I see all of your documentation? Was Everett arrested?
No.
No. Did you tell the police about Everett right away?
Yes, they asked whose the car was, and I told them it was Everett. They asked Everett whose the car was, and Everett told them it was his too.
I'm going to see if the police officer was good enough to memorialize what he was supposed to have in his police report. You have a copy of your juvenile papers, sir?
No.
All right. Was there a trial?
Yes.
Yes?
Ma'am, his charges were not only receiving stolen property, but he was also charged with possession
of stolen property and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle.
He was also charged with driving without a license and reckless operation were the 2 traffic offenses, along with the receiving stolen property.
Did you testify at the trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And what was the result of that hearing?
The case was dismissed due to the fact that at that particular time I couldn't prove that he had stolen the car.
Right. He couldn't prove that he had stolen the car or that he had knowledge that the car was stolen. Those are the 2 things that court has to find beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right.
In order to be found guilty criminally for possession of stolen property, you had to know the property was stolen beyond a reasonable doubt. The burden of proof here is quite something else, sir.
I thought I had the permission to drive the car from the owner because I thought the owner was Everett.
You wouldn't drive in a car, I assume, where they were smoking weed, right?
Right.
Where they were gunning over railroad tracks at 80 miles an hour, right?
Right.
Where they were treating this elderly uncle's car with total disrespect. You wouldn't be in a car like that because that might give you, put your hand down, that might give you some inkling that Everett either didn't like his uncle or that the car was stolen, right?
No.
So you think that if he had his uncle's car and that if he used it the way this young man describes, and I believe him because the pictures say that that's true of the inside of the car, that you believe that Everett was treating his uncle's car with respect?
No, he wasn't respecting the car.
Right. Well, that's what I said, sir. So what did you think, Anthony? Did you think that he hated his uncle and wanted to just trash his car? Or did you think that the car was stolen?
I didn't care about his car because he didn't care about it, and I wasn't trying to hurt the car.
But you did hurt the car. As between you, who were responsible for the final act of trashing the car, and the plaintiff over here, who just went to work and parked her car, who should pay? Hama? Between you, who was directly responsible. Because but for the fact that you were behind the wheel of the car at that moment, there wouldn't have been an accident.
The car if the car would have been found, it would have been most of the damage done by Ricky. I shouldn't have to pay for what Ricky did. Now, I did.
Somebody has to pay for it. If most of the damage was done by Ricky, tell me what kind of damage now. Now you're going to tell me what kind of damage Ricky did to the car. Tell me about it.
I don't know what damage Ricky did to the car.
Well, then how can you say Ricky did any damage to the car if you don't know?
Because they said when they took me to trial that damage was done to the car outside of the window being busted. So if damage was done...
It's not just window busted, sir. The entire roof of the car is caved in from him falling over the roof of the car.
But I didn't hit him. He got pushed.
You go to school?
Yes.
Do you go every day?
No.
You've been suspended?
No.
When was the last time you were in school?
About a month ago.
Why?
Because...
Because why?
Because I'm about to get my GED.
Well, what have you been doing for the last month?
Working.
Where?
IGA.
What's IGA?
It's a supermarket.
Perfect. What kind of work are you doing?
I'm a stockman.
Anthony, somebody has to take care of this lady's expenses. Do you understand?
Yes.
You know who that somebody is?
I think you're finna say it's me.
I think you're sufficiently savvy enough to know that the car was stolen. Because nobody treats a borrowed car in the way this car was abused for 2 days.
I didn't know it was being broken. All I
looked inside the car, sir. Are you telling me you weren't in the car when they were smoking weed?
Yeah, but
Just a second. Are you telling me that you were or were not in the car when they were smoking dope in the car?
Yes.
You were in the car,
Yes.
right? Were you smoking dope in the car?
Yes.
Were you drinking beer?
We were drinking Long Island iced tea.
Long Island iced tea.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is that?
It's a very strong alcohol.
Who was drinking?
Me, him, that man right there, Everett, Taylor.
What's your first name?
Corey.
Do you want to talk to me, Corey?
No.
Or do you not?
I don't.
You just came here as window dressing for these proceedings, I assume.
No, I was in the car at the time of the accident.
Yes. But you'd prefer not to talk to me, is that right?
Yes.
Wise judgment. You had additional payouts on your car in the amount of $1,881.85. Did
Yes,
you pay
ma'am.
those?
Yes, ma'am. And there are also 10 deferred payments for down payment on another car.
I understand that. He's not going to pay for a new car, madam. He is going to pay, however, for the damage that he did, direct damage that he did to you, which was $1,881.85, which is what you had to pay after the insurance company totaled your car. So, in a way, sir, I'm very glad that you're working. Judgment for the plaintiff in that amount. Thank you, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Versus Nicoletti. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Miss Miller, I've read your complaint, and I gather you had no contact with your biological father your entire life. Is that correct?
This is true. He never knew I was conceived.
And as an adult, that started to probably pry on your mind, and you wanted to find him.
Correct.
Your complaint generally states that you befriended the defendant, or he you. You knew he had family in Italy, where your father, I believe, came from, where
Correct.
you believed still lived there. And you gave him $5,000 in the hopes of locating your father. You claimed that he did nothing to earn the $5,000, didn't find your father, and you want your money back.
This is true.
Okay. What efforts had you made to locate your father?
I had researched programs for people, 1-800-US Search, those type of programs to try and locate him. I have a unique situation because, of course, I was not adopted. He never knew I was conceived. He had flown back to Italy right in 1969 after he had met my mother. So I've never wanted to interrupt his family life. He never knew I was born. He was engaged to be married. I did not want to interfere. I wanted to find him directly. I had made many, many, many searches, called investigators, see how much it would cost.
For a long time. For how long?
Oh, at least 15 years. Adult life. I'm 30. At least 15 years. At my wit's end, I did befriend him. He was very cordial. I explained my situation. We are in the same workplace. So he said, I would love to help you. I do this for people. I would like to help you. So I said, wonderful, let's talk about it. He did graciously invite me to his home. His father was there, very, very nice to me. Both of them were very nice. Said this will be no problem. Came out with a folder explaining that he had done this for other people, different situations, but did know how to contact. Had a lot of resources and connections over there, that his father was the mayor of South Italy, la la la. I was like, wonderful, this is my one hope to find him. So we proceeded. About 3 months into it, just the verbal things, he did come up with, I need some more money, I'm going to need possibly money. No money was mentioned in the beginning. Came up with more money, I need more money because it's getting more in depth, I need to pay some people to do work for you over there because I'm not there, those type of things. I said, what's the money for? A little hesitant. I don't make a lot of money. What's it for? Am I going to, receipts, anything. But I understand if you're making long-distance calls, I owe the phone calls, to Italy. Of course, valid. Time went on. He came back with, so I did reluctantly, but I did pay the money. That is a very large money, $5,000. That's, 4 or 5 months worth of my work. So I did pay the money. My mother was currently dying of cancer. She recently passed away October 11th. When he asked for the money, he did ask, I need you to sign a piece of paper, which I wrote up myself, indicating that you will allow me permission to get information over in Italy from the Italian consulate, the American consulate. I said, of course I will. I drew those up for him, and he claimed that's what he needed the money for, and that was to get passport information, different things that, to me, I would think you would have to pay services for.
Just 1 second. How did you know he was married and has 3 children?
My mother told me this. My mother said he was my father.
How did she know that he was married?
She had an affair with him for about 4 months. He was engaged to be married when they had met.
That's right. That's what you told me. That's what I didn't understand.
Right.
So she had some contact with him subsequently because...
None.
Well, how did you know to put in this letter that he married and has 3 children?
From the family here in San Diego.
And who got that information for you?
I have always had their phone number because I got it from 411. The great aunt and uncles. I never wanted to go to them.
Just a second. So
yes.
They told you that he is married and has 3 children?
That family.
That family?
Yes.
Not
that
the
family.
defendant?
No, not the defendant.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yes. At this point, he did ask for the money, asked for that paperwork. I did comply with him, and I gave it to him. The things that he verbalized to me after that had happened was that he found more information for me. Great. He found me this piece of paper, which you can show, and he provided me these numbers handwritten, and I went ahead and typed them up myself, and I even gave him, I believe, a copy back of that I typed up. These numbers, he claimed, was possible locations in different towns in Italy that my father, his name, may be under. Later on, he tells me, I found your father, confirmed he's in prison. I said, fine. I said, okay. I mean, he's never knew I was born. I'm not upset about that, but please find out. I don't want you doing anything, illegal, any of that. If he's a murderer, if it's something kooky like that, I will back down. I don't want to go there. I said, I just need the location. Once he finds he's in prison, great. What's the prison? Let me start writing a letter. Let me take it from here. So that was, I don't even remember the date, probably August, sometime in August. I made about 5 attempts at this point from August, and I have them written down, August 16th, 18th, 28th, and September 6th, where I went to his cafe and said, Marcello, because we cordially got along very well. I said, you've helped me out. I know he's in prison now. Great. I want to write the letter. Can I have my documentation where my $5,000 went? I want my phone bills. I want something in writing.
Just 1 second. Did you, in fact, ascertain that your father is the person who he reported is in prison?
Since then, I know that his information is completely inaccurate.
Is inaccurate?
Yes. 2 days ago, my witness here, George Cosentini, spoke to my father in Salerno. He has never been in prison. We confirmed that he is the birthday of which I gave him initially.
Okay.
And my father does know my mother and was in his uncle and aunt's restaurant in 1969. Confirmed all that information. He has spoken to him twice.
Who are you, sir?
My name is George Cosentini.
Who does speak Italian.
Come and stand here, Mr. Cosentini. How did you locate her father?
What I did was...
I was in a dead end with Marcello, so I decided I was desperate to go to the family, so I got the courage with my sister to go knock on my great aunt and uncle's home. Reluctantly, they were wonderful people, welcomed me, believed that this was true, recalled memories of my mother, were crying, and in which case gave me the number, I'm sorry to interrupt, gave me the number of my father's sister, said, unfortunately, I don't know where my nephew is, but his sister will definitely know. Give her a call. So at that point, After that day, I brought him the number and I said, please call the jail to verify that his stuff is inaccurate, that it's not my father.
First of all, there are
This
no
is the sheet he gave
there are
me.
no
Read
addresses
this.
or zip codes if we were to contact the jail.
This
But
is
I
what
did
he
call the jail, and the phone number that we got from information of the Italian consulate said that there was a in prison in Naples. And then I proceeded to ask, can we write letters? Do you know how long he'll be there? Because we're not going to make a trip there if we can't see him or write letters. Then I proceeded to let her know this information. Yes, this is in jail. I said, let me go a little further. Let me call your aunt and just pretend that I'm going to go visit and we want to see her brother, which would be her father. I said, can we have the number? We're going to be there pretty soon. Hoping she would say he's in jail or he's this, to confirm what Marcello had done
Then it
for
would
her.
be done.
She said, oh yes, I'll give you the number at his home. And I went, at his home? She goes, yes. So I reiterated, I go, this is at his home number?
He calls immediately, said, this is my situation. I have a friend here in America, does not speak Italian. Her mother knew you. Do you know this name, Phyllis Miller? Oh, cried, emotional. Said, I knew your mother, her mother in 1969, and I want you to come visit. She has a daughter, and that's how he got.
Kai Miller says she gave $5,000 to former friend Marcello Nicoletti so he could find her estranged father. Kai says he didn't do anything to earn the money.
Go ahead.
Now, I don't want to let her know why we're calling.
Sensitive.
So I kind of covered it up, sugarcoated by saying, my father knew your brother.
Okay, but in the meantime,
I called.
there's a happy ending to your story so
I
far.
called her father.
It's a happy ending to your
And
story.
spoke to
So
him
far,
twice.
you haven't gone to Italy yet, I assume?
February 8th. We are
So
leaving.
you're going?
Yes.
Okay. So the only issue that I have for you, Mr. Nicoletti, is you were given this $5,000. It's clear that the person that you located was not her father.
The person she told me to locate the person, it was in jail.
No. The person that you located was not her father.
I don't know.
It is
Your
not.
Honor.
Trust me. Mr. Nicoletti, the person that you located in jail is not her father. You are certainly entitled to be reimbursed for any expenses that you have. Nobody expects you to be out of pocket any money whatsoever to help her. All she wants to know is, since you did not locate her father,
And this is what I get. Sorry, ma'am.
since you did not locate her father, she wants to know exactly what you spent money on and who you paid the money to, and some proof by way of receipts, Western Union money orders, etc., where you spent the money, which is most reasonable. So, do you want to show me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good.
First of all, when she approached me in Maine, she was telling me about she was looking for.
No, I got the whole story.
Okay.
Listen
I got
to
a
what I'm
receipt.
saying.
Okay,
Listen
you
to
want-
what I'm saying to you. You are entitled to
understand
be
you.
compensated for any out-of-pocket expenses because that's what you said you needed the money for, not for your fee. You weren't talking about a fee for you. You said, I need money to be compensated for expenses. You did not find her father. Just show me proof by way of receipts of what money you actually spent.
Your Honor, this is the phone bills where my father called the person several times.
I asked 5 times for those. Why didn't I get those?
You called already. Let me
Yeah,
talk to the judge,
Miss Miller.
okay? Please.
Miss
Okay.
Miller.
I was quiet all that.
I respect it.
Please.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, thank you. This is a receipt for the people in Italy. This is the Federal Express, which I got it from the Federal Express right here.
Okay.
This right here, the letter she signed me, where it says authorize my father and I to locate this person. This is the list with all the people that the family.
No. I don't want to
That's
see
fine.
that. All I want
Right
to
here.
see is the
This
money
this right here.
that you spent.
Okay.
Just a minute. You speak Italian and read Italian?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you please translate that for me?
I'll do the best I can. It's not perfect.
How do I know this wasn't typed up yesterday?
Just a second. Listen, Miss Miller, I asked him to do me a favor and to please translate it for me.
Yes, ma'am.
The below written received the sum in U.S. dollars of $5,000 from Used for...
You want to help you?
Used for to
For
locate
the
a person,
location of
a
the
person
person indicated
as,
below.
Yeah. I mean, I don't read Italian, but you can.
More or less, you understand?
Yeah.
Mr. Nicoletti.
Yes.
Is what you're suggesting, sir, that I believe that you sent her entire $5,000 to somebody in Italy?
Apparently, I'll tell you the way we sent the money to Italy. My father used to work for the government for 40 years. Used to be an attorney, worked for the government.
No, just listen to my question, sir. Do you expect me to believe that you sent the entire $5,000 to somebody in Italy? That's either a yes or a no.
You're the judge. I think you make a decision. I think you should believe it.
Very good. Then I'll be the judge and I'll make the decision. You gave her this list, sir. Is that correct? Is this the exhibit that you gave to her?
My
Show it
father's
to him.
name is spelled wrong.
Am I speaking to you?
I never give it to her, this one here, Your Honor.
Where did that list come from, Miss Miller?
It came directly from him after the 5th time of requesting. I said, came back to him September 9th and said, why is
Right.
my father's name spelled wrong? And he says, my son wrote it.
Your Honor, you look at the writing. This is my writing right here.
Let me see it, sir.
This is my writing.
Let me see it.
This is my...
I'm good.
No. You had this piece of paper, sir, in your packet of papers.
No, I don't have it, ma'am.
You don't have this
No,
piece
I don't have it. You want
this
to check? I
packet
don't
of
have
paper?
it. No, ma'am. I don't have it.
Where did you get this from?
Directly from him at our company.
Hey, why would she have this? She wouldn't have this.
I
sir.
came back to him upset.
She wouldn't have prepared
It wasn't
this.
valid.
But why should I give it all the items, what they
Because
spent,
that's what I
which
kept
I don't know?
asking for.
Miss Miller.
Excuse me, you
Miss
want to
Miller.
just calm down?
Mr.
I'm
Nicoletti,
listening.
do I look like I'm in charge?
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Miss Miller, if you speak to him again, I'm going to dismiss your lawsuit.
I understand.
That would be very unhappy for you.
Very unhappy for me.
You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Nicoletti,
Yes.
there is no question in my mind that you prepared this.
No, ma'am.
You or someone, or your wife, or your brother, or your father, or somebody else prepared this, because there would be no reason for her to have any of this information on here. The phone, USA phones, 450, police cap, Italy, Napoli, officer something, police, Italy, Napoli, City Hall, persons, 2, Napoli, $1,200, gas and transportation, $250, expenses, $450.
Hold it.
She
Your
didn't
Honor.
make this up.
Hold the Honor. When I was talking on the phone, I just remember my son. He was on the phone with my father and tell him the money was spending. He wrote that piece of paper, my son. My son.
Sir, you brought in phone bill.
Yes.
The phone bill, including Western Union, was $196.32. You wrote here $450.
I tell you, because when my father called Italy, he left a message to the letter he wrote. He never was to his office, so he returned a phone call to my father to let him know what the situation was. For this reason, the bill was $3, $4, man. And he charged my father the phone bill when he received in Italy.
Well, then it's your responsibility, sir, to have gotten those phone bills from him.
You Honor,
Mr.
you know, in
Listen
Italy,
to me carefully, sir. The only phone bills you have, this is what you've given me in response to my question. You've given me this piece of paper, which I do not believe.
Why? That's a DHL. That's legal. You Honor, with the envelopes.
Sir, I believe the DHL, and I believe the receipt. I don't believe that you sent $5,000 to Italy.
Really?
Really. I believe that you have a Western Union here where you sent the total amount charged was $172 that included a $22 service charge.
Correct.
Right. And what else did you bring me? Nothing. Those are the two expenses that you have. $172 and $196.32. Now, you have to understand, Ms. Miller, it is very, very possible that there were people in Italy who were not as friendly as the defendant and who didn't like you or didn't feel as if they wanted to help you but wanted to be compensated for what they'd been doing.
Understandable.
You understand that. And clearly there were phone calls that were made from Italy to the United States with information. Now, they talked for here 12 minutes, 10 minutes, not a lot of money. $1.70. Gee, it's cheap to call Italy. Let's give this gentleman the benefit of the doubt. that the money that was spent from the other end on the telephone was $250. Right?
There.
Now, somebody had to go to a police station. Somebody had to go and find out what he was convicted of, this person who turned out not to be your father, where he was. All of that takes time.
Sure.
Right? Who is this person, Mr.
He's in the police department for almost 30 years in Italy.
Is he still in the police department?
Yes, Your Honor. You know, in Italy, when you want looking for someone, you have to be careful because they don't know who they deal with sometimes. You know, they have to follow a person, they have to see who, you know.
Let's understand each other. The easiest thing in the world, if your father knows somebody who's in the police department, and Italy is not a backward country, they all have computers, the same kind of computers that we have here in the United States. The first thing that you would do to look for somebody is to put their name and date of birth in a computer. And that's what your friend did. And it came up with this name in this prison. That's convicted such and such a date, currently serving a sentence of, you know how long that took? As long as it took me to say it. Let's say it was worth $500. All told, that's $893. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $4,107. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.